Are we ready to get this session underway?
Yeah.
I believe so.
All right. So, last time, you all faced the Flesh Queen in the Mirage Dungeon, obtaining yourself one of the crystals that you had been looking for, escaping the Mirage Worm along with the rest of the, for lack of a better word, ejaculant. You ended up in a sort of gorge at the edge of a coral reef that went on for as far as the eye could see. At very much a border region, because of course the side that wasn't the reef was just badlands as far as the eye could see. And you were in sort of a V into the badlands that led to a small coast at the bottom with a large metal door that was probably about 200 feet wide, 100 feet tall. You made your way up to inspect the area and got your first decent rest in a very long time. And then,
Long rest.
indeed, so if you have forgotten, definitely go press the long rest button on your character sheet. Additionally, you found now that you have this crystal. When you go into the realm of consciousness, a shack appears wherever you spawn in. That shack belonging to Amethys, who aged herself up to be a little closer in stature to the rest of you, and enjoyed a calming breeze for the first time in as far as memory would take her. And then at the end of the session, you decided to start walking down towards the door, at which point it seemed to open on its own, with lights beginning to turn on inside. And that's where we bring it to this session. But first, fun facts. Jason.
We lived. I forgot.
Indeed.
All right.
In fact, Peg didn't think he'd live. No.
Yes, indeed. That fight was so close. You got incredibly lucky on so many rolls, both on your side and the enemy side. But indeed, you've made it out.
So George knows. One second. George knows Gnomish because he used to have a Gnomish friend.
Ooh. How does that work with him being shut into his manor?
It was one of the servant, one of the, like a servant boy or whatever.
Okay. That would make sense. Gnomes, I believe, are one of the longer living species. Okay. Pank.
Fun fact. Pink does not like to use his talons to attack unless it's a last resort.
Okay. Does he have a reason for this?
Just doesn't sit right with him.
Okay.
He's a sophisticated bluebird.
He's a sophisticated murderer.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nah. This doesn't sit right to
Gentleman.
claw someone to death.
All right.
After all, he is a hunter.
Well, with that, we bring it into the session proper as this door slowly begins to open up as George walks around on the wall towards it. Lights begin to turn on the inside, revealing a much larger, deeper cavity behind. To the left and right side, if you orient yourself with up being up, since you're kind of sideways right now, but to the left and right side of this entranceway, there seem to be two large chambers behind a glass window that light up inside. The one on the right, though, is damaged towards the side that's closest to the door. The one on the left and the one on the right is empty. The one on the left has a thin layer of shimmering green liquid that's reflecting the lights that are turning on within these chambers. Additionally, on the floor, again orienting yourself with up being up, there's a sort of carpeting of dried, desiccated moss that seems to flake away as wind begins to lick inside of this area, ever so slowly. As the lights continue turning on deeper inside, you see beyond these two chambers in the walls, there is this sort of circular area with a large pedestal in the center. Behind that pedestal, built into the wall at that back of the chamber, is another one of these chambers that has just a little bit of that green liquid in it as well, seemingly a third one of these liquid chambers. Additionally, as you walk in, on the side walls of this circular chamber at the end of this sort of hall, seem to be little red vials lining the wall. Some of them appear empty and clear. Some of them appear smashed. There appear to be no signs of life in this area, other than the fact that these lights seem to have turned on their own.
Very
I look back
interesting
for
place.
Pink.
I would probably be flying along with you.
Cool, cool, cool. Hello? Anyone here?
Hello? Anyone here? As your voice echoes back, just off the backside of the chamber.
Looking around, does it look like there's any entrances to any other like deeper parts of this area, or is it all just this one big self-contained area?
So as far as you can see from the entranceway, this seems to be all it is. But as the much straighter chamber with those two tanks on either side leads into the more circular area, there are walls that you don't see that could possibly contain something. But you would need to step deeper inside to further investigate.
This place looks rather unwelcoming.
Yeah, it certainly stands stark to the calm, inviting canyon we've found ourselves.
What the hell could this place be, anyways?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, what the hell could this place be, anyways?
Oh, right. Uh, I don't know. Why is it out here?
I. So you said there's two places near the tanks on either side where it looks like it could go deeper.
So if you imagine sort of a large, wide hallway
Yep.
that then uh, sort of goes into a circular area,
Okay.
sort of like a sort of keyhole
Yep.
is the shape of the area.
Okay, so I imagine we're in the hallway right now. I guess we should just look around for any entrances to see if it goes deeper.
Yeah, that could work.
I mean, if we want to even tackle this right now after everything else.
Hmm. There might be food here. That's hopeful at best.
Hmm,
Hmm.
could be fair to check. Does this place look abandoned at all?
There are no signs of use. Go ahead and roll me a nature check. We'll say.
Both of us.
Just bank.
Okay.
I guess I'm rolling digitally. I don't know where my d20 went off to.
Oh no.
17.
17. With the state of this desiccated moss on the ground, it doesn't seem like there has been much foot traffic here at all. As the moss itself flakes away even just slightly with the wind.
Whatever this place is, it seems like people haven't been in and out at least in a while. Maybe it's abandoned. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going until I'm in the kind of like rounded part of the keyhole shape.
So
As
as you go
well.
deeper in, you do see off to the left and right of that rounded area, there do seem to be two small hallways going off to either side. Both of them closed in by a door.
Do they look openable by any normal means?
Do you approach the door?
Yes.
As you
I'll approach
approach
the one on the right.
the one on the right, as you approach, the door does open on its
Hmm.
own, revealing what looked to be some sort of possibly living quarters.
No one inside of it.
Perception check.
8.
Doesn't seem to be anyone here. There's a multitude. This is a relatively large room, some sort of barracks, perhaps. Um, but there are plenty of bunked cots, as well as a handful of tables. As well as some what look to be chests.
I'll go and make my way over to the left door to see if it's something similar.
Okay. Making your way to the left door. Again, it opens on its own, revealing what look to be the looted remains of some sort of storage area.
Mm.
There are plenty of metal crates in here that have been opened and cloth wrappings inside from inside these chests that seem to be pulled out to get at whatever goods were in here before.
Well, this place certainly does feel abandoned. No one in the living quarters, it seems. All of their goodies are gone.
Hmm. Was there a reason within these walls as to, or sorry, let me uh correct myself. Would the reason for their abandonment be within these walls still? Because if so, you might not want to be here for too much longer.
That's a good point. I'd hope not. I don't want to have to deal with anything like that for a while.
Oh, neither would I. Still, lights are on.
Yeah,
Door open by itself.
maybe we should go back to the. I gesture to the other door, uh,
Yeah, yeah.
and explore around that one a little bit. And
I
if we
like
don't
your
find
thinking.
anything, I think we could just leave.
Works with me.
Yeah, we gotta go to the living quarters and actually walk like in proper.
Okay. So as you walk across this circular area, you do pass this pedestal in the center that does appear to light up with a lectern, sort of facing the entrance door. That also seems to light up in a sense. But going over to the barracks area, you head in.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So the barracks area does appear to have been used at some point in time. The sheets on the beds are not, neatly folded and ready for use, but rather astray and seemingly out of skew for some amount of use within the last moments of this place being occupied. Additionally, you don't find any further entrances or chambers going deeper into this area. It seems to be you've explored this entire area. But there are more of these metal chests inside.
I'll open the nearest one to me right now, so just see if there's anything inside.
Okay. As you put your hand on the chest to open it, it seems to lights seem to turn on, forming a sort of crease across the entrance or the opening of this chest. As the chest begins to slide over, or the top of the chest seems to slide and then open up, revealing what looks to be packs of clothes in a sort of clear film.
Hmm. I
Many
guess clothes
of
make sense.
oddly large and oddly small sizes as well.
I guess clothes make sense in a living quarters area.
Yeah. speaking of which, how do the clothes on me and Pank look?
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, did you mend yourself afterwards?
I don't believe I did. I tried to
Okay.
mend
Amethyst.
Amethris or
Mm,
whatever.
Amethys's
Yeah,
clothes.
Amethyst.
Amethys.
Yeah. Yeah, so your clothes would be very much sort of acid eaten away from the digestive fluids of this worm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that with a quick mending.
Yeah.
All right. As these
I'll
holes begin to close up from your mending, of course, it is just sort of rejoining the material that's already there, so your desert clothes become slightly less baggy as a result, but they do fully close up. There's
do
certainly
the
an
same for
excess of material
Pank.
on them.
I'm gonna walk over to Pank and do the same.
I'm just gonna kind of look down at it, having seen you do it so many times, but still just kind of like, huh, it's really useful.
Ugh. One of the most useful. Along with the hand, as I summon the hand.
Yeah.
What about Gust?
Does George have Gust? He does have Gust. Of course he has Gust. What am I thinking? Uh, I'm going to use the hand to sort of rummage through the clothes a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a investigation check. That's a very heavy die.
It was, yeah. Uh, that is a 17.
17. Okay, so rummaging through a handful of these chests here that contain clothes, you do find a notebook along with these items.
I bring the notebook over to me.
Okay. The notebook itself is oddly advanced in material. It seems there was a very fine craftsmanship to this. Um, Definitely higher quality parchment than anything you've seen before. Certainly aged uh, some many number of years. Uh, and additionally, it is written in a. There's text on the cover written in a language you don't recognize.
Hank,
uh, yeah.
do you recognize this language?
I'm gonna take a look at it and see if I can decipher anything about it.
You do not recognize the language either.
Wow. Nope. This is never seen anything like it.
I open up the book.
Inside the book, of course, it continues in this language. And of what you can understand of what's written in here, there are some diagrams as to the diagrams themselves sort of are reminiscent of different things you've seen in this space, specifically in that circular chamber. And if you want to roll a intelligence check, you can maybe try and decipher what meaning might be in here.
Ooh, that is a whole 8.
8. Unfortunately, you're not able to decipher anything about this book.
This is too seemingly valuable to just leave here. Right?
Yeah, no. It might be good to keep it and find someone who might be able to decode it.
For sure. Besides, I like how it feels.
Is it a big book? Yeah, DM.
It's probably about like a regular notebook sized, like one of those. I thought I had one right here. But you,
I
you
got
know
you.
your standard one of those, yes, indeed.
I have this on hand because my password manager is a pen and paper.
I mean, that's
Mine is
one way to
also a
never
pen
get
and
hacked.
paper. Yeah.
Only way to get hacked is for someone to break in.
Ooh. All right.
Oof.
Well, doesn't seem like there's much to do in here. You said there's a pedestal in the circular room
There's a
that
round
lights up.
pedestal in the circular room. Yes.
Hmm. Maybe there's something going on with that.
Perhaps. Let's go over there.
So as you go back to this central chamber and approach this pedestal, to describe it in more detail, this is, like I said before, a round pedestal with a lectern that faces the door. At the top of this pedestal, or this pedestal rather doesn't exactly have a top, as in the middle, there is sort of a circular glass chamber surrounded by what looks to be some sort of metal armature. This glass chamber then connects back up into the ceiling, where there seems to be a hole in the top, going deeper into the ceiling from inside this glass chamber.
Wait, where's the glass chamber?
It is on the top of the pedestal, or it's, I guess, in the middle of the pedestal, because this pedestal sort of goes all the way up to the ceiling.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
Hmm. So it's a big pedestal that goes to the ceiling. There's a glass chamber on
In the
top.
center, yes.
In the center.
I walk up to the chamber.
It is relatively clear glass. There are lights on the bottom and the top that shine light into the area.
What's with the fascination with good lighting?
Don't. No. You said there's a lectern?
There is a lectern like structure that faces the door.
Oh, what if we put this book on that lectern?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
All right. So bringing the book over to the lectern, as you step up to the lectern, it gets covered in a bright illusionary image. Do you still want to place the book on top?
What's the illusionary image?
It seems to be rectangles and text that you don't understand. Seemingly the same language as the book.
Are the is the script in the same lettering that common is in, or is it a different alphabet altogether?
It is a different alphabet altogether.
Oh, good. So rectangles in a script. How big are the rectangles?
There are Let's see. We'll say there's currently 8 rectangles on the screen. In each of those rectangles is some of this text.
Mhm. Flipping through the book, do any pages in the book match up with those rectangles of text?
Sure, give me a investigation check. This is a relatively thick book.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Hmm. Sorry, hold on. You said there are eight rectangles?
There are 8 rectangles.
Noted.
I feel like there's a reference here that you're thinking of.
Ever heard of Slender Man, the 8 pages?
Ah. Oh boy.
You have to collect his pages.
What a callback.
I thought 8 pages. That sounds familiar.
So anyway, off in the distance, you see a tall man with no face.
Oh, good.
No. The area is still just as barren as when you first stepped in.
Well, if they seem to like light so much, and this lectern is sort of facing the entrance, what if we kept that door open and had light shining in on it?
I like where your head's at.
Let's see. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west, so you would have to wait until evening for the sun to be shining into this area.
Hmm.
And we have no food.
We don't. That is correct.
If I recall, you were able to get some fish from the
Oh, yeah,
the,
we ate.
the water here.
I did. Right. I did catch a few. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. We're
And
okay.
I think we both ate probably 1 fish,
Yeah.
which means we have 2 fish left still.
Never mind. Where's Sean?
Do we
Is
just
there
want to
any-
camp out here until
Is there
evening?
anywhere else we haven't looked through?
There doesn't seem to be any more rooms you haven't entered before. You haven't thoroughly inspected everything in this main chamber as well as the storage room. You only looked in the entrance of the storage room.
I'm gonna head back towards the storage room.
Okay.
As he does that, I'm gonna just keep looking around the main chamber to see if there's anything that could point to what the hell to do.
Okay. So for George, going to the storage room, of course, as I described before, there are many chests in here that have seemingly been looted for their items. There seems to be just piles of chests in here.
I'm gonna head on into the room further.
Okay. I guess that would be in here, huh? Okay. So
Was that supposed to be?
in this area, which the entrance to this room is relatively large, maybe about 10 feet wide. You come across some oddly shaped metal structures off to the right side of this room. So the left side is many of these metal crates, but on the right side there are three sort of inlets, or almost like stables in there. If you think like a horse stable, right? You've got three of these entrances. One of them is empty. One of them has some metal structure that stands on four round black legs. And one of them that is a lot flatter in its construction, but seems to stand on three of these round black legs.
Hey, Bank, I think I found something.
Yeah, all right. And I guess I'll make my way over.
Okay. So, Pank, you see these three inlets. One of them empty, one of them, or the other two with these large metal structures.
When you say inlet, what exactly
Sort of like
do
an
you mean?
alcove, I guess.
Okay, okay, yep. Hmm. And they have these metal things in them?
Yeah, these weird metal structures that you're not familiar with.
I am going to cast Detect Magic on these
Okay.
metallic structures.
They do come up as magical.
Hmm.
Additionally, with your detect magic, I believe that's a range of 100 feet,
It's 30-foot sphere.
30-foot sphere. Okay. So yeah, you're just seeing mostly inside this room. I will mention that there seems to be magical lines running throughout this entire structure. So not only are these two metal objects sending signals out that they're magical, but there are sort of veins running through this entire structure that show up as magical.
I'm feeling some sort of magical presence from these structures.
Magical. That's
Yeah. But weirdly, I'm also detecting almost veins of magic running just throughout at least this room.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and just fling some sparks to one of the metal structures.
And some sparks. Okay. The sparks seem to bounce off the surface of the metal.
Well, it didn't react to that.
Bless you. I'm gonna go up to one of them and touch it.
Touching the structure. Which one do you go for? The one on four legs or three legs?
Let's go for the one on 3 legs.
3 legs? Okay. Touching it, it does not seem to react.
I Hey George, can I see that book real quick?
Yeah, of course. Here you go.
Thank you. Do these structures have like eyes, or like do they look like structures of living creatures?
Uh, do the metal structures in this room resemble living creatures?
Yeah, like do they have eyes or anything? Maybe ears?
The one on 4 legs does sort of have a face at the front, in a weird, uncanny, or like not even uncanny valley way, just kind of like pattern recognition is weird kind of way. Like you can imagine a face on this. The one on 3 legs, as an Aarakocra, you could see this being sort of like having a beak-like structure at the front. And like you could imagine, okay, this maybe looks like a bird in flight, maybe. Just weirdly on 3 legs.
I'm gonna open up this book in front of one of them and be like, "Can you guys read this? Are you live or something?"
No response.
Okay.
Not the friendliest type, I see.
No. I'm wondering if these are alive in some way.
I'm gonna go up to one of the metal structures and just start knocking on it.
4 leg or 3 leg?
Three leg.
No response.
I'm gonna keep knocking.
Thank you.
I'm
You
gonna
see him
do
knocking on the side.
I'm gonna do my same stick to the 4-legged one as well, being like, "Hey, your friend isn't talking."
No response.
So that's how you want it to be.
Maybe they're philosophical structures.
There what?
Shall we
Sorry?
discuss the nature of magic
Hmm.
with them? For what is magic if not an extension of life itself?
Magic go blasty blasty.
Well,
I
they're not the
assume no response.
they're not the philosophical type either.
Hmm. Wait, hold
Presumably
on.
all this time in the world and they're not considering the deeper meanings of the universe.
You know, I just had a technological realization. You've seen wheels before. These legs are wheels.
We invented the wheel!
Oh my gosh! Now we're getting somewhere.
We invented the wheel! I'm putting that in my notes.
Yes, these structures are on black wheels. Of a
I
material
will
you've
say,
not really come across.
Detect Magic says if you sense such magical effects, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. And then if an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell School of Magic.
Okay.
I thought there was
Okay.
a little bit more to that.
So, Schools of Magic. School. There we go. Off of these structures, you get a. The strongest presence is transmutation. But there is also a level of enchantment as well.
Transmutation.
Transmutation.
I am sort of getting the aura, the vibe that the magic that was used to do whatever these things are was transmutation. With a hint of enchantment.
Transmutation. I think I know something that transmutes something. I cast Gust.
Okay. Do you cast it at something or just in general?
I cast it at the creature with 3 wheels.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
You know, it's also transmutation. Mending. Clearly, this structure is missing its 4th wheel. Maybe. Except mending would not be powerful enough to restore a 4th wheel. So it's just like this base with wheels on it.
It's this metal structure with. There's 2 different metal structures of different shapes, with 2 different numbers of wheels.
Peg?
Yeah.
These are wheels. That means they can roll.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
I'm gonna climb up to the top of the 3-wheeled structure.
Okay. Climbing up to the top here, there seems to be a sort of glass chamber with a chair inside.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold the phone.
I was wondering when you get it.
And here I was about to be like, transmutation. Maybe these were creatures before. I'm gonna cast speak with
I
animal.
can't believe I tried to wax poetic to a cart.
I asked a cart to read a book to me. So that's where we're at right now. that's the vibes of the session.
That's the
Yeah.
vibes. We didn't vibe check ourselves. We vibe checked the carts. I'm gonna get in the chair.
So there's this glass chamber surrounding the chair. It does appear to have some sort of seam to it that you could maybe pry open if you tried.
I'm gonna ask the seam if it knows anything. I'm gonna try
No
to open the
response.
door.
And then what?
I'm gonna try to open it up.
All right. As you put your hand on it, it seems to sort of reflexively open up. There's a bit of a hissing sound and some sort of like whirring of liquid as this chamber begins to open up to allow you to climb inside.
I go inside,
Okay.
trying not
Sitting
to
in
think
front of
about how
you
much time we just spent on this.
are various. Yeah, you would. Well, huh. Are various depictions of odd symbols that you've never really come across before. And there is both a wheel and a lever in front of you.
I'm getting very close to starting to. The symbols are not helping. I bet the symbols are like warning. Do not put your child in this. this
Ages 13 plus.
ages 13 plus. I'm going. Is Pink in front of me? In front of this vehicle?
Yes, I am.
I'm going to ask that Pink moves.
I will step right out of your way.
I'm going to pull the lever. Kronk.
Okay.
I'm going to move the lever.
Pulling the lever. There is a very immediate. Actually, no. Hold up. Okay. There is seemingly no response other than a click.
I'm gonna try steering like a child does with a turned off car.
You find this wheel difficult to turn.
Can I pull the lever any further back?
You can. It seems to click again.
Is the wheel still rigid?
The wheel does seem to still be rigid. There seems to be something you're missing here.
I shouldn't be asking any questions because I'm not in this situation, but is it a linear lever? Is what I would ask.
That's a good point. I did assume it was a linear lever.
Because, if there's one that maybe you have to, like.
Yeah. I'm going to look at the base of this lever mechanism to
Okay.
see.
Okay. Looking
Is
at the base,
this
it
baby
seems to
manual?
be connected to some sort of flexible structure that sort of wraps around the base.
Hmm.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Click, 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 click.
Are there any buttons on the wheel?
There do seem to be engravings on certain different structures in this area. Some of them could potentially be pressed in.
Well, I summon the hand. I push one button, and I move the hand to another one.
Uh-huh. You push one button and you move your hand just like over to nearby another button.
Yeah, so that when whatever happens, I can press it with the mage hand.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
All right, mage hand time.
Pressing this other thing, nothing seems to happen.
How many buttons are there to press?
Other structures like this, there's probably about 200.
Well,
I'm glad I got the handout.
I'm just imagining now, like.
All right. This is what 15 fingers are for.
Oh yes.
Time to press buttons for the next 3 minutes.
You're just
Well,
gonna
that
press all of
moment,
these buttons?
Yep. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay. Okay.
you know that moment in Portal 2 when Wheatley, you put him in
Oh,
the thing,
yeah.
and then he starts like trying to get the password and stuff, and then he
He
starts
starts
raising
flipping
the
all the
elevator
levers.
and flipping up all of the levers and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a hunch.
I can't wait for this cart to tell me that this is the part where it kills me.
So, after about 90 or so buttons, you hear a sort of roar as the chamber you're in does begin to heat up a little bit.
How quickly is it heating up?
Not super quickly.
Okay.
Like it's just getting slightly warmer and warmer.
Is the wheel still rigid?
The wheel still seems to be rigid, yes.
Interesting. Did I just press the Doofenshmirtz button? Uh, I'm going to keep pressing buttons.
And this roar seems to be continuing as you're pressing buttons. Okay. As you're pressing buttons, you do hear a click from the wheel.
Drive this sucker.
Put that baby in first.
I
The
turn
wheel
the
seems to
wheel.
turn now.
Woo! I did it.
Pank, are you just standing outside this?
I'm just watching.
Okay.
Do I hear like an end? What Penk would obviously know to be a car engine roar to
Mm.
life.
Yeah, obvious.
You do hear some sort of engine structure roar to life.
I hear some sort of noise emanating from this thing.
And from the structures that, so on this three-wheeled cart, there seems to be sort of wing-like structures. As you see George try and turn this wheel, flaps on these wings begin to lift up and down.
Do I see this?
Perception check.
I can't wait for me to start flying without realizing it. 14.
14. You would hear the. I don't think you ever closed the glass chamber around you, so yes, you would hear the squeaking of the metal flaps going up and down.
I am so ready for us to brute force something that we were not meant to brute force.
At this point, okay. At this point, the chamber you're in is starting to heat up substantially.
Mm.
And you hear a sort of like meh, 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 sort of sound coming from somewhere
Press the
in this
button
chamber.
that made the roar happen.
That made the roar happen. Okay. Nothing seems to happen. It's still yelling at you, for lack of a better word.
uh, button press and go.
This thing
I
is
moved
going
the
to
lever.
blow up.
I moved the lever.
But I will say, while it is doing these two yells now at you, the structure is beginning to move forward into this room slowly.
Heck.
As the room begins to fill with the hot gas that seems to be expunged from this structure.
Heck, do we have COTS insurance?
What does that mean?
I moved the lever. I moved the lever.
All right. Okay. As you move the lever, the cart stops moving. It's still yelling at you.
Yeah, button pressing time.
You're just still randomly pressing buttons.
I'm going to press the first button.
All right. Sure. You think this is the first button. One of the yelling sounds stops.
And there's a new one saying, pull up, pull up, pull
Oh
up.
no. Oh no. Uh, I press the second button.
All right. Oddly enough, trying to figure out which button was the second one and taking your best guess, the beeping seems to stop as things quiet down again.
This is
Huh.
still warming up.
It seems to have stopped.
As a player, I have a hunch about something, but I don't think Pink would connect the dots. The 800-page document. What if that's just a car owner's manual?
Hey, Icy,
Yeah.
didn't you write this while you were working for the airport?
It's a good question. 2023. No, I think I would have already left that job.
Okay. Still.
This is.
We have found an airplane.
Does it have roll gauges and everything?
Not that you would be able to recognize.
Uh-huh. Someone.
Well,
I'm imagining this is one person's doing, and they are just like. They use their magic to make an airplane. No, or a car. And they wrote an
all right.
800-page document about how to use
So,
it.
anyways, now that I've got it to calm down, I'm gonna press more buttons.
Brute force.
Okay, it doesn't yell at you from pressing these buttons, but nothing further seems to happen.
I move the lever forward.
It clicks.
I turned the damn thing off. Well, there's only one thing to do. More button pushing.
Oh my goodness.
Meh, 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 meh.
No, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2. Find number 1 and 2.
All right, it seems to quiet down again.
We're gonna sit
I
here
think
until we
this one
figure out.
is alive, and I think it doesn't like me.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing up there?
Unfortunately, it's not the metaphor if I were to say that I am pushing its buttons.
We're gonna sit here until we figure out what all 200 buttons do.
All right.
No.
I'm going to go to the last button.
Mm.
I'm going to push.
All right, for whatever your definition of last button is. Meh, 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 meh.
1,
Meh, 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 meh.
2.
Quiet's down.
Hmm.
All right. 202 are connected. 199.
Um, the chamber begins to slowly heat up again, but it doesn't yell at you.
No, it doesn't yell at you.
One seems to turn that off.
All right. One
For whatever
turns
your
off
definition
the-
of 1 and 2 is in this sort of array of various buttons and levers.
I'm imagining like this four row 50 column array. So 200 would be the bottom right, 1 and 2 would be the bottom or the top left.
You would imagine for a moment
Mm.
something
10
that looks a
million
little bit like
fireflies.
this.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Hold
I
on.
don't know what 1 and 2 is anymore.
1 and 2 was whatever did things that made the things stop.
Is there a trigger on the lever?
A trigger.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay, this is a really bad idea.
Oh. It's one of those levers. I was thinking it was a manual transmission.
It's a really bad idea. But I pull the trigger.
You launch a guided missile.
The missile knows where it is, but where it's not.
The missile is eepy.
The missile is a sleepy little guy.
Luckily for Pank, who is standing in front of this thing, nothing happens.
Wait, I thought Pink to move out of the way. Pink, you got to move.
I'm gonna duck and roll out of the way.
Pink
No,
looks
actually.
Pink looks down a hollow cylinder in front of the.
What could be down here?
I start climbing in. You know what?
The
I'm gonna go
cylinder
up.
is a little too small.
I'm gonna
You
climb
maybe,
up the
like,
other
stick your
one.
hand in there. Okay.
Yay! We're both gonna be button mashing.
Yeah, I'm climbing up the four-wheeled one. The four-wheel
On
drive.
the four-wheeled one, there seems to be a sort of metal cage with 4 seats inside. Actually, for this size, we'll say 7 seats.
This is a family. This is a van.
Have the jet plane, you have the luxury liner.
I am going to climb into whatever looks like has controls.
Okay. So again, you find sort of at the front of this thing, the side that had the sort of face on it, in a weird way. There seems to be on. Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm Little Annie in the damn Naboo.
Okay.
The what?
The
There
Naboo
seems to
fighter
be a
from episode
wheel.
1.
There seems to be a wheel on the left side of this cart,
Okay, so
as well as various levers and buttons as well, towards the center.
Does it have like 200 buttons on it?
It's probably got about 50.
Okay. Okay.
Probably less.
And a wheel.
And a wheel. The wheel has buttons on it too.
Oh boy. I'm still holding the book, I just realized.
Yeah.
Yep. Does it have any pictures in it?
Do any of the buttons have writing on them? Do they all have writing on them?
Some of them have symbols that don't seem to match up with the writing in the book, whatever script this is. But many of the buttons do have some sort of writing on them.
I want to say I flipped through the book to see if I can match up those symbols to see if there's anything that's in the book. But that's an
Alright.
800-page book, you said? It's a
Yep, I mean,
thick-ass
you can
book.
certainly flip through it.
I'll flip through it.
All right, give me a investigation check.
Come on.
I did not
Rolled
expect
off
this to be the most interesting part of this this area.
That's a
But here we
3.
3. All right. You do not. Well, you certainly recognize many of the symbols. It's like, oh, this symbol is sort of like a curved symbol. That's on this and that. It's in the middle of that. Well, okay. But you don't match anything up based off of what
Nice.
you're looking for.
Yeah. I think
And we'll say you don't get very far into your search here, based on that 3, because instead you're distracted by something that appears to be a diagram of an Aarakocra.
in the book.
Heck, you were born for
In the book.
this.
Does it look like an anatomical type of thing?
Yes, it does.
Hmm. I'm almost scared to ask. Internal and external autonomy?
From this, it seems to just be external.
Okay. Okay. No one was here dissecting Aarakocra. Does this seem to line up at all with like the vehicle, the device that George is in? Like you said, it kind of looks
Aarakocra
like a
does
bird.
does not seem to match up.
Hmm.
You're just thinking, what's this handsome bird doing in here?
Yeah. I swear I know this guy. It's actually a diagram of me. Huh. Interesting. I'm just gonna kind of put the book away, and I'm not gonna start just pushing buttons. I'm gonna get out of it because I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
All right.
And I'm gonna leave George to his button pressing, and I'm gonna go back out to the main area. Wait a minute. You said there's a glass chamber at the top of the thing in the main room.
With lights.
There is a glass
Wait.
chamber on top of the pillar, or like in the middle of the pedestal. So there's sort of like this metal structure that sort of
Yeah.
like bevels into this glass chamber that has a metal armature on the side, or on opposite sides, and then that connects to the ceiling where it then bevels back out to the top of the chamber.
Looking inside this glass chamber, is there anything weird looking, special looking?
Sure, perception check.
13.
All right. So I think I mentioned it before actually, but at the top of this, or on the inside, at the top of this glass chamber, there does seem to be some sort of opening or port. Probably about 3 or 4 inches in diameter.
Oh, that's not very big. Doesn't look like it could be a hatch or something. Just a little, like 3-4 inches.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, go ahead and also you rolled a 13 on investigation there. Or perception.
Perception, yeah.
Do you ever try and touch the glass?
Yeah, I think I'll go up
Or
to
are
it
you
and
gonna
kind of be
beware?
like,
Okay. So, touching this glass, oddly enough, there's a little bit of resistance to it, but your hand just starts to phase through.
I'm gonna just push my body up against it.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Like SpongeBob through the Krusty Krab wall, you just slowly
Yeah.
push all the way through into this space.
Thank goodness you're the flying one.
You're now inside this bright chamber.
I am going to cast Detect Magic again.
This entire chamber appears magic in nature.
Is it also transmutation?
Uh, it is. Let's see. I need to double check the schools of magic. This would probably be in basic rules. Are you still just pressing buttons, Jason?
Yep.
Okay.
Whenever it starts to heat up, I press 1. Whenever it starts to beep at me, I press 1 and 2.
All right, so as you're pressing buttons, it does for a moment start beeping, but by the time you press the next button, it turns off. All right.
But I'll figure this out. Don't worry, everyone.
Where would I find the schools of magic? School of magic. Oh, that works. That didn't help at all. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Dungeon Master's Guide. That's the same thing that doesn't tell me anything. Well, for sake of expediency, we'll say there does seem to be... oddly, I think most of the healing spells are considered necromancy. So you get an
Hmm.
interestingly necromantic feeling to this. Possibly conjuration?
Necromancy or abjuration as well.
I was about to say abjuration is like cure wounds and stuff.
Yeah.
So necromancy or abjuration or
Here we go. Found a table that covers these. I would say this best fits necromancy.
hmm. That's an interesting feeling. Getting the vibe of necromancy spells.
Yeah.
I
And we'll say also evocation, I think, would also be a good fitting thing for just the surrounding area as well.
That's a little concerning.
what exactly is evocation?
Fireball
So
and
evocation
the white.
Oh, like elemental
channels
stuff.
energy to create effects that are often destructive.
Hmm. I see. Do I feel any more like have the aura of any of those veins still in this area?
Yeah, they seem to be converging around this pedestal.
Hmm. Does it look like there's any control panels in this, or is it just a glass sphere?
There doesn't seem to be any sort of control system inside this glass tube. But I will also re-mention that on the walls of this circular area, there are two. So, looking straight into this structure, on the back wall, there is this sort of chamber that at the bottom has a little bit of green liquid at the bottom. That is well lit. To the left and right of that, though, are these panels of red vials, some of which are empty, and some of which are destroyed, it seems, manually. Shattered.
I'm gonna phase back through the glass.
Okay, you do so without issue.
I'm gonna go to the tubes in the back.
Okay. So there
And
are
is there
two large panels, one on the left and one on the right.
are they like control panels, or are they just panels
The
of tubes?
panels of vials, right?
Panels of vials, yeah.
So they seem to just be, like, just panels of vials. They do seem to have an inscription below them, again in that language you can't read. But you are starting to sort of recognize some of the symbols, having seen them everywhere here. So you can make out that this is probably the same language, or at least a language in the same script, as would be expected. The one on the right seems to have more empty vials, and the one on the left seems to have more smashed vials.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna put my hand up to the smashed vials.
Okay. Just one of the smashed
And
vials?
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. I don't think it seems to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
After hearing all that stuff about the veins and everything, I was like, maybe this place is alive.
Hmm.
But if it is not organic, I guess. Because Cure Wounds also doesn't work on what are they called? The robot guys.
Hmm.
That I forget what that race is called.
Oh, Warforged.
Warforged, yeah. Cure Wounds doesn't work on things like Warforged.
Hmm.
I'm stumped.
It's okay. I'm sure one of these buttons will solve your issues.
I'm sure you would have made
Okay.
it through all 200 buttons at this point.
Not with the speed I'm going at and all of the
Obviously.
canceling I have to do.
So, George, what is your ultimate goal with pressing these buttons?
I would like to be able to control this machine without it getting mad at me.
Okay. Pressing through random buttons. You do somehow successfully get it to a state where it's not yelling at you and it is moving forward. And you are able to move the wheel.
All right.
However,
I pressed the. Okay.
you're not able to stop it at this moment.
I moved the lever back.
Okay. It seems to slow, but it is still moving.
I moved the lever back further.
You hear a grinding sound, but it still continues to move forward.
I'm going to readjust the lever to stop the grinding, and I'm going to press 1.
It continues to move forward.
Well, as long as I have room, there's time to button press.
So
We're about to
it has
experience
made
the
its way out
world's
of the
first plane
corral.
crash.
Are you going to try and steer it anywhere, or are you going to let it run into a wall?
Try to steer.
Okay. So your options are towards the crates or out the door.
Let's go out the door.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
So you're just going to keep pushing more random buttons?
Yes.
All right. By the way, I've been rolling 2 dice here. One red, one blue. If the red one rolls higher, something bad happens. If the blue one rolls higher, something good happens. Blue was higher. Okay. So it does seem to come to a stop.
Well, I know how to stop it now, I think. Time to reactivate.
Another random button. You just hear a grinding sound.
Press the trigger.
Okay. In this case, I think not blowing yourself up is the good option. So we're gonna say, since blue rolled higher, you, nothing happens.
All right. The grinding sound has stopped.
The grinding sound is still going.
Press the same button again.
Okay, it seems to quiet down.
Press it again. Because it's not
It seems
stopped.
to
It
pick up again.
quieted down. Ah! I'll press it again.
Alright, we'll say this button does something that you don't know what it is, but it does control the on and off of something that grinds.
Hey. I try to turn the vehicle back on.
Okay, it turns back on and begins moving.
Okay, good. I'm going to press digitation an on symbol on that button.
Okay. How long does that last?
1 hour.
Okay.
So, I'm going to try to find an off button.
It starts yelling at you again.
2, 1, 2, 1, whichever one it was.
Okay. Pressing these buttons randomly a little bit here. You do get it to turn off.
Okay. Now I need to find an off button.
And you are slowly rolling forward.
I am slowly going forward.
We'll say at this point you're slowly making your way out of the door of this area, into the main central chamber.
I'm gonna wave.
I'm gonna look over and be like, just like kind of very obviously shocked that you figured out how to like.
All right. So what are you trying to do now?
I'm trying to turn it off.
It begins to speed up.
Oh shit!
I need you to roll animal handling?
Wait! So this thing, we talked to it! It didn't respond to us, the fucker!
I don't know what best... I think in everything I've ever seen, people just use animal handling for vehicles.
Oh, okay. Well, usually animals are vehicles. Wait, vehicles are animals. That is a 17.
17? Alright, you're able to steer it away from crashing into the central pillar with Pank in it. Downside is, it is now headed for the main door.
You know what?
You're a pilot now. You're gonna fly this
I'm a
bird.
pilot now! I rammed the arm forward!
Alright.
Now that I think about it, this could be an aircraft hangar. That's why the hallway is so long.
You hear just a sound from the, presumably some sort of engine behind it. As it doesn't speed up, but it doesn't slow down.
Oh. I pressed the speed up button.
The speed up button. Alright, random button roll. Okay, it does seem to speed up more.
Alright, I fully committed.
He's starting to
Fly
intuit this.
thing.
George, what the hell are you doing?
I
It is now headed for the water.
Wait, I'm falling? Pull up, pull up!
Pull up. Pull up.
So you're almost at the door here.
I would like to pull up. I would like to pull up.
Roll me an intelligence check to know what pulling up means.
That's funny.
Alright, yeah. You into it? Yeah, I should pull this thing up. Alright, sure. With your nat 20 and a good roll on your random button pressing, it seems to speed up and lift into the air a little bit. over the water. So, you've successfully started this thing flying. Downside
So
is
George
you don't know how to
dies.
land.
Well, time to take a joyride.
All right. Sure, another animal handling.
That is a 22.
Somehow you're able to keep this thing in flight. It does. You know, we'll give you another one of these. Yeah. For at least 15 minutes, it does not give you any sort of yelling. Doesn't seem to get angry at you.
I mean, it's not rocket surgery.
Rocket surgery.
I learned recently about something called malaphors, which is combining two or more
I love
idioms.
Malaphors.
So yeah, you're just flying.
I'm flying. You know, Peg, you're not here, but flying has never been easier. I think it's, you know, you never learn to fly in a day, but apparently you can now. Oh Lord.
Let's see, is this what I think it is? All right. So yeah,
This either means I am the happiest man alive, or I'm about to fight Hades.
Or you're just Icarus, who needs to not fly close to the sun.
And you're about to fly too close to the sun.
I have Palutaina's guidance within my hands.
No,
Called
not the
good
kid.
rolls.
Not Icarus the kid.
All right. I'm gonna press a button.
All right. You begin to lose speed and start dropping.
I like how George is just gone.
I'm gonna press buttons. I need to press buttons.
Pressing more buttons. That's even worse. You start dropping even more.
Oh shit! How much time do I have?
We'll say you've got 3. Ooh. We'll say you've got 30 seconds until you hit the ground, or not the ground, the water.
Okay. I am going to pull the lever.
All right. Okay, so the red die was 17. The blue die was a natural 20.
Oh.
So pulling the lever somehow begins to stabilize you in air. And you're just flying level right now.
Well, pushing a button has never done me wrong.
And you begin to start dropping again.
Oh shit! I press another button.
Hmm?
Press another button.
You hear a grinding sound.
All right, I'm gonna bail.
All right, you're probably moving about, so we'll say 150 miles an hour, over the water. And let's see,
Me physically or the object.
You inside the object.
You are inside the object, therefore you're also traveling.
I just want to. I want to make sure that I'm still getting out of it right now. I would like to get out.
All right. Roll me a strength
As it's
check to
quickly
not get sucked away
crashing
by the wind.
itself. Right. That's an 8.
You are just ripped out of this thing by the wind.
I cast
and you're now
levitate
tumbling. Okay. Levitate.
with the guitar.
Okay.
I just
Runway
imagine
2.
you tumbling while pulling out the keytar, just jimmying out, levitate.
Right.
Meanwhile, Peg is just looking at the exit of the hangar, being like,
Yeah, he's just disappeared over the side, over the horizon.
You're pretty far away now because you were traveling 150 miles an hour
Oh yeah, for 15 minutes.
for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I've been
Yep.
gone a while.
Divided by
Uh,
4.
Yeah.
So yeah, he traveled about 40 miles an hour, or 40 miles total. And
You're-
actually, with traveling 40 miles total, well, the horizon on this planet disappears a mile and a half away. But also,
I'm in space.
according to the direction you
Oh, no,
flew
sorry.
in, if I open the Gigamap, where would you be?
No, I'm in the Badlands. I left the
Let's see,
canyon.
grids. This is 10 miles.
we split the party.
Okay.
Granted, it's not as bad as me being all the way in the Schloss Forest and you being all the way down in Jasper, but
So yeah, over this 15-minute journey at speeds you've never fathomed before, you are still in this coral reef, or above this coral reef. It's an absolutely
thank
massive
goodness.
reef.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna send a Pank. With my final spell, 3rd level spell slot.
and remember, it's one breath now.
Oh, shoot. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay.
Hello, Pank. This is George. I am okay.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll respond.
I mean, I did just start falling. I do not have much breath.
My response also has to be in one breath, right?
Right.
George, what the hell? Where are you? Where did what? How did I? What?
Meanwhile, George, off the distance, you just hear an explosion.
Glad that didn't get picked up in the sending.
Do I hear an explosion?
You do not.
Or not? I wouldn't. If yeah, no. If anything, I wouldn't hear it instantly.
Mm.
All right. I'm alive.
Floating
Oh,
above
there-
the what seems to be a huge, vast ocean.
All right. How high am I above the ocean?
We'll say you're about 100 feet above the surface.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna push the consciousness shifter and think of the
No, 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 no,
room.
no, 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 no.
I'm levitating.
Oh.
And think of the room I was just in with the contraptions.
Okay.
The
So
storage
roll me
room.
that history check.
It's only been like 20 minutes. What's the worst that could happen? You know, I shouldn't say anything.
You should not.
It's a history check.
Yep, 10.
I got a.
Did that happen to be a number that has a 1 in it?
Oh, did it not come through?
Hold on. Let me.
I got an 8 in total.
All right.
So,
So, floating above the surface here,
nappy
you
time.
see all sorts of green motes appear around you.
All right, I'm gonna look back to where Amaris is.
Amethyst.
Amaris?
Amethys. I'm not gonna.
Actually, yeah. Oddly,
Amethys.
there does seem to be just a small shack floating in the air here with you.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to fix this right now. Press the button.
All right. So you are probably about. Let's see. That was falling at that speed.
Oh no, I lost concentration.
Yeah,
Oh
because you went
no.
asleep. You lost
Oh
concentration.
no.
Let's say you're about halfway. You've lost about half your height, as you are currently
Oh gosh.
accelerating towards the water.
No. Oh no. I cast fly.
All right. You are able to,
With the
with
guitar.
a fly spell, bring yourself back up to a safe speed and height.
It would have been really awkward to
You,
have
you,
died right after I told Pink I was okay.
you
I'm
would
going
have
to
pulled a
fly-
pink.
I'm going to fly back to the door now.
Okay. So, fly speed of 60 feet. I think you
Oh,
could make that a
no.
run. So, if we've got... Ooh, break out the quick maths here.
Oh no! Oh no, I didn't consider that. Oh no!
You've got 40 miles to run, so 40 times
No!
5280 for how many feet you need to go. So you
Per
need to move
6
about
seconds?
2,000 feet. You can move 120 feet every 6 seconds. So 120 divided by 6 for every second. You move 20 feet. You've got 10 minutes, so 10 times.
No, fly
60.
lasts an hour, I think.
Fly lasts 10 minutes.
Well, shit.
So you've got 600 seconds times 20 feet per second. You get about 10% of the way there.
Can I get near the canyon wall?
What's that?
Can I get near the canyon wall?
You think you're flying back in the right direction, but you don't see the canyon wall even after this much time.
I actually am gonna die. I'm gonna die. This is how I'm gonna die. No! No! No!
You know, you made it past the Flesh Queen.
No!
You made it past the Flesh Queen and you're gonna splat on the water.
No!
You just have to go for a really good dive.
Oh my god, polymorph! I cast polymorph on myself!
Okay.
Ah!
So you're about 60 feet in the air.
Into a
What do you polymorph
Quetzalcoatl.
into? Okay.
My favorite dinosaur! And that lasts an hour!
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I have no idea how to
After
spell
all
Quetzalcoatl.
the stuff you make it through, imagine being done in by an airplane.
Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, here it is. Okay, fly speed of 10 feet? Oh, walk speed 10, fly speed 10, 80. Okay. So 211,000
And you
minus
actually have an hour this time.
12,000. So you have now pretty evenly 200,000 feet to go. Flight speed 80. We double that to 160. 160 divided by 6 is 26 feet per second. An hour is 3600. 3600 seconds. Okay. You close the remaining distance by about 50%.
Falling again?
As you begin to feel you're about to change back.
Right. I'm gonna fly up.
Okay.
What? Why?
I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan, I think.
This really is Icarus.
When
You did fly too close to the sun.
This is concentration. It's not. Okay, thank goodness. When I start falling again,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Longstrider on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to polymorph again.
Okay.
Okay. So 199,000 minus we've got you moved 96,000. Okay. So with your new speed of 90 fly, that'll bring you to 180 divided by 6, 30 feet per second, times another hour, 36,000. No, that's not how a number. No, wait, hold up. There's too many zeros there. I think there's one too many zeros.
It's
up.
36 with 2 zeros.
Yeah. Okay, add in an extra zero. So okay. Wait, how long does Longstrider last?
1 hour, I think. 1 hour. And it's not concentration. It just lasts.
What is? Does not show up. Strider.
I was just imagining George says, "I'm fine, Pink, don't worry," and then he falls and he dies after saying that.
Okay, yeah, duration 1 hour. So, at the tail end of your polymorph time, go ahead and roll me a nature check for your navigation.
18.
18? All right. We'll say you at least make it back to the cliff face. To the Badlands.
As the first polymorph ends.
That was the second.
Okay. So with the Longstrider polymorph, I've made it to the cliff face.
Yes.
Hey, you
All
have
right.
feet under your ground, and you have ground under your feet.
Do I? Am I falling or am I sitting?
You can be sitting on the cliff face if you want.
Oh! I'm alive! I'm alive! I'm alive!
So, Pank, you see George in this metal machine just begin to take air outside of the door and just zoom off into the distance. What do you do?
And then I think I just kind of stand there watching the door for like a solid. I think I would be standing watching the door until I hear his sending.
Just standing there in awe for like 15 minutes?
Not just in awe for like the first minute or so, and then kind of watching more than anything to see if he comes back.
Mm.
uh, and then after hearing the sending that he's okay, I'll probably tentatively, or not tentatively, cautiously or whatever, go back to just try to figure out the veins, I guess.
All right.
I'm so glad that the Quetzalcoatl is my favorite dinosaur. I'm so glad that George's favorite dinosaur is the Quetzalcoatl.
Oh boy. Just once again proving that the number one danger to players are themselves.
Or what?
The number one danger to players are themselves.
Indeed. You know
I
what they
was dead if I
say.
didn't see Polymorph. I was dead.
Curiosity killed the George.
And he had both the crystal and the consciousness shifter on him.
Oh God.
He would
Oh
have fallen into the water.
yeah, no. We would have been kind of screwed. Okay.
Time for Worm 2 Electric Boogaloo.
There's actually a second identical worm that we need to fix. And it's
Yeah,
even
on the
harder.
inside is a George.
All right. So yeah, you've
Yeah,
got the
no.
next 2 hours in here before possibly hearing anything from George.
Time to go back to try to figure this out. Fortunately, I don't have anything on me that could. I don't have anything like mending that could mend the glass.
Mm.
Are these vials like tubes, or are they actually just like vials, like that I could detach?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
11.
11. They seem to be affixed to the structure themselves, or the structure itself. And there seems to be an inlet. Inspecting the broken ones, there seems to be an inlet that would presumably possibly take some of this red liquid out. And of course, under all of these vials, there is an inscription.
Of course. For the 20 millionth time to make sure I don't have whatever that one that lets you understand languages is called.
Comprehend languages or tongues?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Actually, I think tongues is just spoken language.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smash just one single one of the good vials.
Okay,
Let's just see what happens.
sure. Okay. So, breaking this vial, it seems to drip out this thick red liquid. That all falls to the
Does
ground.
does the liquid do anything to me when it gets on me?
Sure, a little bit can get on your hand. It doesn't seem to be particularly acidic or anything like that. Seems to be relatively neutral. If you roll an intelligence check, we'll say.
Natural 20.
As far as you can tell, this is blood.
Oh. Okay.
And inspecting this further, it's certainly got the characteristic irony sort of smell to it. Seems to dry and harden in the same way. And looking below at the bottom of this sort of array of various vials that have been smashed, it does seem to be that there are sort of dried pools of this blood below each of the smashed vials.
Necromancy might start be making a little bit of sense right now. Need George and his mending. Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know.
I have a DM question.
Okay.
Is this massive door like embedded into the cliff face?
It would have been, yeah, when you were there.
Cool, cool, cool. Wait. What do you mean by that? Wouldn't it
Well,
still
the cliff
be?
face is quite large.
Yeah.
You didn't get back to the area with the door, you just made it back to the cliff face.
That's fine. That's fine. We're okay. We're alive. Anyways.
You're alive. That's all that matters.
What else would you like to do?
I guess I'll go to the. No, I think in the meantime, I'll just open the book and start just slowly flipping through the pages, not like quickly, hastily, like looking for stuff, just like slowly flipping through, seeing if anything, if there's any diagrams or any things that look like I could visually maybe understand what's going on instead of having to understand the text.
Okay. So there are, as you slowly flip through and take a much more in-depth look, how long do you want to be doing this for?
I'll do this until I hear back from George again.
Okay. So at least for the next 2
Because,
hours,
yeah.
flipping through this book, looking at all of the, at least diagrams and pictures, you're able to skip past a lot of the content because a lot of it is just text. It is a handwritten book. It seems to be. Nothing in here seems to be, uh, done by printing press or anything like that. You do see diagrams of the rectangles and text that appeared on the pedestal, with various notes being pointed to it, and various scribbles that maybe break down what these might do. None of which, of course, you can read. But going deeper in there, you start to see diagrams of other of the beast folk and beastling creatures. You see dragonborns, Aarakocras, fairies, herringnon, hundens, lizard folk, minotaur, or minotaurs, tabaxi, beastlings, and tieflings, as well as turtles. All of these are actually tiefling. I'm going to say tiefling is not in there.
Okay. Hmm.
And there seem to
How
be
many-
detailed sections about each of these.
How many vials were there on each of the panels?
So each of the panels has, we'll say, so my reference sheet here has a lot of things. So I'm going to say each panel is, we'll say, that's quite a lot. We'll say each of them have about 50 vials.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was only asking that just in case that had something to do with like the number of pages or the number of beast folk that show up in the book or something, but no.
And that's total, including filled, smashed, and emptied.
That's total. Okay.
Yep.
And would that be all the diagrams that I come across?
That would be all of the, at least diagrams of living creatures that you come
Okay.
across. And that seems to be the main content of this book, probably the last 2/3 of it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Additionally, in the first third are more diagrams of things in this structure, perhaps talking about what they might do or what they might be, though you aren't able to decipher it.
All the answers are right there. I just can't read them. I think at some point I'm gonna kind of. I think at some point Pink is just gonna kind of leave
Okay.
and fly along the cliff face.
All right. So the cliff face itself is relatively barren. There's small bits of dry vegetation sort of hanging off the side here and there, but for the most part it's clay and sand. Certainly much of the life in this area is in the water.
Mhm. I think after a long enough time of not hearing back from George, I think I'm gonna just take the book with me and leave across the cliff face to see, just like retrace our steps to the door, see if he's along there.
Okay. So, we'll say you took, sure, 2 hours to read through everything you did. George, what would you like to do once you get to the cliff face? other than contemplate how dangerous that was?
Now that I'm on safe ground, I can safely press the button. The button that I know what it does.
All right. History check.
That's rude. That is really rude.
What?
If
I
only
rolled
you
an
were a
11.
bard with bardic inspiration.
I rolled an 11, which is what I needed.
Ah,
That is really rude. That is so rude.
What? You rolled an 8 last time, right?
Yeah.
so Pink, as you retrace your steps back to the door, and you get to the door, George is not there.
Mm. Yeah, thinking that George is out there, I'm gonna take off and fly along the cliff face.
All right. How long do you want to travel?
I think I'd just go back to probably around the area where we set up camp, just to see if he would have taken break there.
So that was right by the door, effectively.
Oh, that was right
50
by the
feet off
door.
cliff
Oh,
face.
then I think I would go maybe for like 5 minutes.
Okay. You do not seem
And
to find George.
yeah, upon not seeing anything, I think I'd come back.
Because, of course, George, it takes 6 hours to teleport.
Yep.
Oh, right. Oh,
Well,
right.
I don't know where I am. So I might as well.
Is it starting to become evening
Let's
at all?
see.
Or is it
For all
still
of your
like early in the
shenanigans
day?
Here, 2 hours of reading, probably an hour of messing around here. I'd say it's about midday.
Midday. Okay.
I gotta stop having these near-death experiences every session.
George just likes to live life on the edge.
I get out of the house and immediately I'm just being this rebellious child.
Maybe this is why they kept you in the house.
Maybe this is why they kept me in the house. Oh no. I couldn't help myself. There were buttons. I had to push them.
You had to push all of them.
You know, it's kind of like the Arbiter. I have to push its buttons.
I'm wondering if it is possible now to figure out what we need to figure out if one of those things is gone now. I don't know if they're linked. But we'll find. Maybe we'll find out. We probably won't. Because I, as a player, cannot think of anything else to do here until we figure out what the book is saying. Oh, I just remembered something that would have made it easier for you to navigate.
Ooh.
George.
What would that have been?
Pushing the consciousness shifters button in halfway and seeing the world map.
I'll see you in 6 hours. I can't wait at next level up to take comprehend languages.
Oh, wow. That would be very useful in the now.
They would be very useful in the now.
Also, I just real quick, just a quick side note. I just learned about something that I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that I had.
Mm.
It's called natural recovery. Once per long rest during a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level of up to 2, and none of the slots can be 6 level or higher. Which means I could have gotten back a few spell slots during the Flesh Queen.
She
And we
did.
didn't need them.
We didn't need it. We could get that out of here.
I would like to point out I'm looking at my background, and under the ideals, it says independence. I must prove that I can handle myself.
Yeah. You're certainly learning that if you're able to handle handle things like yourself.
I am just a teenage boy. My God. More accurate high elf.
um you know what? I have an idea.
Okay.
That stuff going through the vials is blood.
Yep.
Do you know what else has blood?
Blood pudding.
I was gonna say pank, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, smart. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna like phase back into the glass in the center,
Okay.
and I am going to take my trusty blade beetle dagger
Okay.
that I think I got within the past week or so.
Yep.
Very trusty, very handy thing.
Very trusty. And I'm gonna like take just like I'm gonna cut like my finger or something.
Okay.
Or just somewhere to draw some blood that can like drip inside of this vessel.
Okay. So you start dripping some blood on the bottom of this chamber.
Does anything happen?
Nothing seems to happen.
Okay. Well, now I have an owie wowie.
Good job. You
There's
just
just a little bit of blood
contaminated this
on the
ancient
floor here.
science project.
It's already been contaminated. There's dry blood across those smashed vials. I'm gonna phase back out and like see if I can position a little bit of dripping blood above the smashed vials to see if I can like fill them. Or not fill them, but like put some stuff in it.
Sure. Most of these vials are smashed on the bottom so that everything would drip out.
Oh, I see.
But we'll say the one you smashed could have still some sort of surface that could hold a little bit of blood.
I take it nothing happens.
Nothing in particular happens.
Yeah. I think I'm out of luck here. I don't think I have stuff to do anything here.
All right.
So I think Pink is gonna throw in the proverbial towel.
Mm.
And
You're just gonna take a random spot in the room, or are you gonna go to the barracks?
let's go to the barracks. That makes sense.
All right. The
Pink's
beds
just
in
gonna
here
take a
are
nap.
relatively comfortable.
Just gonna take a nap and hope to hear back from George when he wakes up.
All right. So, at the end of your nap, or towards the end of your nap, we'll say, George, you appear at the entrance of this metal door. Sun now shining into the entrance, as it is late evening.
Long ass nap.
Yeah. Hank doesn't seem to be here. At least not with an initial view.
Trying to decide if I go to the four-wheeled object. I'm gonna walk in. That's for sure.
Okay.
Ugh. Hello.
Thank you here.
Hello. Hank.
Hello.
Ah, there you are. Well, I can say with utmost certainty that I flew very heroically, and oh my god, Peg, it was so awful. I almost died.
What, what happened? Where have you? I just saw you go and then disappear over the horizon.
Well, let's see. So, um, I flew around, and it was going great. And I'd say, uh, well, I started falling and falling and falling and realized I needed to get out of there. So I did. And I casted Levitate on myself and sent to you. And I was like, don't worry, I'm okay. And then I pressed the button. And the green motes appeared, and I came back, and I was falling, and I casted Fly. And I was still falling again after a little bit because there was nothing but water around me. And then I was falling and falling, and then my favorite dinosaur, the Quetzalcoatl, it appeared in my head as I turned into one and flew and flew and flew, and then fell again, and then did it again because I needed to get back to land, and I did, and then I pressed the button and I'm here. So yeah, I'm alive.
George doing his best Borat impression.
I'm alive. Oh, sweet mercy, I'm alive.
I would just like to say as a quick note, when you were saying you were in the air, you're flying in the air, and then you press the button, and then the green motes appeared. Pank would just give you like a solemn, understanding nod.
So turns
Mm.
out, well, I can kind of pilot that thing. Oh, also, that thing doesn't exist anymore, I don't think.
Oh, you said you did just get out of it, right? I see.
But I didn't stay around to see what exactly happened to it. I had my own high flying adventures to get to. This one, honestly, the
I think
flying
closer
as the
to
bird was
high
kind of
falling.
boring. It was just flying, 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 to survive. I'm noticing I tend to do that. I'm only flying in scenarios where I have to. You know, you've flown around your whole life.
Yeah,
Do you ever
I'd
just
say so.
fly for the sake of flying?
On occasion, yeah, but I haven't
'Cause,
had the
like,
chance much to recently.
in the moment when I was in that contraption, I was just flying for the sake of flying. and it was fantastic. And then I almost died.
Peggy's also gonna give another slight little solemn understanding nod.
So, anyways, what have you been up to?
I've been trying to figure out whatever's going on in this room, and I absolutely cannot. If I could read this book, everything would be perfectly clear because it has diagrams that correspond to like all the things that we can see, as well as 2/3 of the book being purely about the anatomy of different beast folk.
What is this place?
That, yeah, I'm not sure.
Do you have any idea what that glass chamber is?
Not a clue. All I know is those veins of magic seem to kind of converge there. Oh, and those vials, I'm going to point at them at the back. That's blood.
You could just tell?
I smashed one of them, and it kind of got on me. And I've.
How did you get in there?
In where?
Is it the aren't the chamber or is it the vial? Aren't the vials in the chamber?
The vials are in the round part of this chamber. They're not in that glass enclosure. They're sort of
Oh,
on the wall.
oh, okay.
On either side of this, there is another glass chamber lit up with some sort of green fluid at the bottom.
Okay, never mind. Well, wait, blood and beast folk. I don't like the implications of that.
Yeah, no. I was wondering if the blood that's in there is the blood of different beast folk. I don't know where it's coming from.
Why in the world would there be some flying machine in the same area as this blood research?
Yeah, and nothing happens when you get inside of the glass chamber either.
Wait, the glass is still intact.
I'm
Is there
just
a
gonna
door?
kind of walk up to it and then just kind of like smush my body against it.
See him just like boom through.
Well, no time like the present. I go up there.
All right. Climbing up there, you see Pank is standing in this chamber. There's a little bit of a pool of blood on the ground in there. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. You're able to push yourself inside.
I knock on the glass.
You try knocking on the glass, but it seems to be more flexible than you would have expected. And so it's just kind of around your fist.
Yeah, no. Weird.
I don't. That reminds me of that green film that was on the wall. Or at least it looked like it would, same consistency type thing, but this looks like glass. Do I see any
I,
broken things in here?
You see what?
Any broken things in here?
Um, your spirit a little bit from almost dying, but other than that,
Hmm.
doesn't seem like anything else is visibly broken in here.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've been stumped about what exactly to do here.
What is in this glass chamber?
You, Pank, a bunch of lights, and a little bit of blood on the ground.
Does it look fresh?
It does.
Think
Yeah.
that blood right there.
Yeah.
I look up at the ceiling.
You see a sort of a port or a hole in the top, about 3 or 4 inches wide.
Are you sure we're alone?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna hold my hand up to him where like there's a gash.
I say, I summon the hand.
And okay.
I'm going to bring up the hand to the 3 to 4 inch thing.
Okay.
I'm going to try to pull.
Like sort of grip into the hole and then like pull.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to budge. It seems to be a solid structure. Like no hose comes down or anything like that.
Hank, how wide is that book?
How wide?
Yeah.
DM, how big is the book? I
Like,
know it's pretty
You've got an
thick.
analog right next to you. Oh, as
I
far
got
as
what?
thickness is, it's probably about 1.5 inches thick.
Well, thickness is pretty thick, but like
Yeah, the other ones, it's the same dimensions as your notebook there.
as my what?
Your password saver notebook.
Oh, right.
have you tried inserting the book into that?
I can't say that I have now. I'll phase back through to the outside of the glass and just kind of like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh up
Okay.
to the top, and then drop it in.
So the hole is in the ceiling of the inside of that glass chamber.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
It's inside the glass chamber, and it faces. Well, it goes into the ceiling.
Yeah, the
Oh,
pillar-
is
the
that part of the
pillar-
pillar that goes up to the ceiling?
Yeah.
My bad. I'll go back in and then fly up inside and
I guess
it up
rolling
through?
this book up. It's a tight squeeze, but you could probably like start pushing it in there a little bit. A raccoon could certainly fit inside a hole this size.
I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't want to lose the book up there.
No, you're right. Let's not lose that book.
I'm so scared to do this because what if I die, but at the same time, I kind of want to see what's up there. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to cast Wild Shape,
Okay.
Awesome.
and I'm going to turn into a little bird, a small bird.
Okay.
Not a raccoon.
Not a raccoon. I don't think a raccoon could climb up smooth glass
Or flexible glass at that.
or flexible glass. So I gotta turn into a
Okay.
tiny bird that could easily, like, just flutter up through there.
All right.
And I'll just fly up as high as I can go. Some eyes in the sky action.
So, flying up this tube, it does seem to be hollow as you go. And it does change from vertical to horizontal at one point. And there seem to be, the path seems to split 3 ways, 2 of which are closed by a valve of sorts, some sort of metal shutter. One of them is open.
It seems like there's a way to go. I'm gonna yell back down the hole. Oh, right, yes.
So, George, you just hear squeaking, or not squeaking, chirping from inside the hole.
As a ritual, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. It'll be a little bit, Pank, but don't you worry. I'm gonna understand you in a little bit.
How long does it
Why
take to
don't you
cast?
allow you to
It lasts
sleep
for an
the
hour.
time?
Oh, you assume the shape of a beast you have seen before twice per short rest. You can stay in beast shape for 1 hour before reverting back to your normal form.
All right.
Your
So,
game
ritual
statistics are
cast.
replaced by the statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. You also retain all your skill and saving throw proficiencies. Transform. You assume the beast's hit dice and hit points. Can't cast spells, and you can't cast spells, and your ability to speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the ability of your beast form. Transforming doesn't break your concentration.
Okay.
Where's
So, yeah,
that?
you just chirp.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm a
ritual
bird.
spells take 15 minutes to do. But in return, I don't have to use a spell slot. But I'm also George, so I'm going to cast that immediately. Actually,
Ooh.
How
You have
does
some sort of ability that allows you to cast ritual spells instantly?
it as a ritual spell can either be used ritually or just automatically, like a normal spell.
Oh,
I see. So you're just gonna cast it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it.
all right.
So yeah, I'm just gonna be saying. So yeah, it seems like there is a way to go up here. There's like 3 ways to go, but 2 of them are blocked off. One of them is open.
You know, I still have one more polymorph.
Oh goodness.
Why do I expect a Ant-Man Thanos situation here?
Why am I expecting a TPK to happen?
Let me look at the options I've got. Let me sort lowest to highest because that'll get me the size I need. So you're a small bird.
Yeah, I'm.
Would a bat be small enough? I let me make sure. Can I sort by size?
I guess if I'm gonna be, you know what, that makes sense. I'll be a bluebird.
Hmm,
Very
that
good.
makes sense.
A bluebird. Yeah.
Would a hawk or a falcon be small enough to fit in it?
I think it is fine to rule that you have the ability to transform to something that is small enough of a bird.
All right, I turn into a bird that's. I turn into an orange bird that's small enough
Ooh.
to fit in.
Ooh.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Using polymorph,
Okay.
which I'm going to make sure does this. This takes my concentration, but speak with animals doesn't. Let me make sure it doesn't say end spell effects. Oh, it can't speak or cast spell. Well, I can't speak. So I
You can
am
only
the
chirp.
quiet. So I fly up.
Okay. You fly into this tube, and you meet up with a blue bird. Before you, you
Imagine the
see
penguins of Madagascar, just like
you see 3 pathways, 2 of which are blocked by some sort of metal valve. One of which goes forward, though, straight forward, based off of where the the pipe had gone horizontal. The other 2 veer off left and right, of course. And the one going forward is open.
I hop to the forward one.
Okay. So with the
I'll
size
hop
of
along.
your birds, Pank is the one who has to go first, as he went into this area first. I guess you could do like a little switcheroo at the crossroads.
Oh, is this like super tiny?
Well, it's like 3 or 4 inches wide.
Oh, this whole place is 3 or 4 inches wide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So
Trying to
we
visualize
both,
3 to 4 inches.
yeah, no. So we have an hour before we'll
Yeah, we have an
die.
hour. Both
I
of
will
us
mention
do.
you both have 1 hit point.
Oh shit, that's actually like if we die
If
in these
we-
forms as well.
No. If we get hit, we transform back into whatever we were. But since we're in this space, we would both die.
Yes, exactly. Is this a good idea? Should we do this?
This is the greatest idea.
I think this is the closest we'll come to TPK. Like the Flesh Queen has nothing on 2 birds in a 3 to 4 inch diameter hole.
And
The cylinder must
die.
remain unharmed.
The cylinder must remain unharmed.
The things in the cylinder, though, can very much be harmed.
Do not take a knife to the cylinder.
I'm thinking we should back out of this. I don't think we should do this.
So I'm assuming you're going to leave.
I'm gonna start backing up.
At the
Pink has-
intersection, I'm going to swivel around you to go forward.
No,
Okay.
George, you've already had a near-death experience today, and you have like no more spell slots.
I'm curious. I just want to
Alright.
look. I want a quick look.
So
Pink has a
the path
moment
going
of clarity
forward
and goes down.
just goes straight forward, and then it drops down.
Think about it like a Minecraft chicken falling down a single block wide hole. That's what you would be.
I know. I'm very nervous.
Pink is just like fluttering back down into the glass sphere.
Okay. What would George do? What would George do?
Pink has self-preservation skills.
Yeah, all throughout this campaign, I think George has proven that he doesn't. Not for a lack of trying, just because he is that way. I'm gonna try to get a better look, but I'm not going to leave the safe floor.
The safe floor?
The floor that I'm standing on.
Okay, so you're just gonna like peer over the edge.
Yeah.
It seems to No, birds don't have dark vision. So going deeper, it's any light that was coming from the chamber, the glass chamber that was shining in. At this point, it's too dark to see any further.
Ah,
All you see
good.
is that it drops
See,
down.
see, George has never had to deal with this in his life. He's going to go back, and he's going to go back into the light chamber where there is light. Because
Okay.
what do you mean, no dark vision?
All right.
That was the correct
So-
choice because at the bottom there was a bird meat grinder specifically.
So, with a blue and an orange bird in
We
a
cannot hear you.
rubbery glass chamber and a pool of blood on the ground, that's where we're going to leave the session.
Peg, I saw the darkness of the abyss. Is that what death feels like?
What do you mean? What was it down there?
Nothing. It was just black. And I didn't even know black could be so black.
So it was dark.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not polymorphed anymore. I should say.
Yeah, no, I would have gotten out of my wild shape as well.
Peg, it was so dark. I didn't know things got so dark. It was so close to me.
All right, you can see in the dark normally.
Is that what it's like?
Yeah. That's why I wear these goggles most of the time.
I see. I have my fun fact for next week.
All right. George is afraid of the dark.
George is afraid of the dark.